Tell you what, Steve.
Go on.
I did find out in the week.
Yeah.
World record, right? Person with the longest trump.
With the longest what?
Wind. Fart.
Right.
Right? 2 minutes 42 is the world record.
Okay.
Right?
Well, I'm immediately thinking about a relative of yours who I'm sure did longer than that.
Who still lives in Manchester.
Auntie Nora.
Now, Auntie Nora did it for how long? 5 minutes, wasn't it?
Starfighter for 5 minutes. But, unfortunately, she was the only person in the room. Whereas I think, which one's alive, Ross or Norris McWhirter?
I don't know, actually.
He has to be there.
Yeah, I think he actually has to be
He'd have
present.
to be there.
Would you want to be there?
Well, he'd have sort of equipment, and looking at his watch, going, finish? He goes, yeah. He goes, well, that was 4 minutes,
Did she go from like a size 10 to a size 6? Did she show some old dresses?
Like a hovercraft.
Exactly.
In a big dress.
Yeah,
just slightly off. Yeah. So, it has to be invigilated.
But again, you know, how was the Guinness Book of World Records one invigilated? I mean, who was supervising that? Who was
He said, I can fart for 2 minutes. They went, well, we've got to see this. Went round. And, he just probably let it rip. It's probably circular breathing. He's probably sort of sucking in air and swallowing it as he's going. And it's a continuous one, isn't it? It's not like... Yeah.
I mean, it said, you know, that's how Nora's happened. Me Auntie Nora. She had a little bit of wind. It went on for like 2.5 minutes.
Sure.
That's when she called me mum.
As it was still going on.
And said, there's something not right here.
I'm leaking.
She said, oh, can you send your dad round? You know, my dad.
Yeah.
Sent to me mum.
With a cork.
And,
with a lighter. Yeah. I think this would be the best one
I want to show the kids something.
He said, I'll be there in a bit, get the windows open. But what it was down to, because I was talking to my mum and dad
about it. Is she the one with the split tennis ball?
Yeah.
Can we not talk about that again?
I was talking to my mum and dad about it, saying, you know, why do you think it happened and that? And it's because she never chucks food away, right? And she'll sort of mash it all up. And she's got all these ice cream tubs in the fridge that are just full
of like water.
Old mashed up food.
Really?
And she prepares everything. Right, she doesn't work, she's retired now, she's got nothing to do all day, but everything's got to be ready
Still
for
calls
her.
in sick.
Do you know what I mean? Everything's got to be done. Even though, if you're going round to her house, and you're going there for tea, it's like, what time are you coming? And it's like, well, I don't know, maybe 5, maybe 6.
Yeah, you're late, because you're late when you have to meet us at 5 or 6.
Do you know what I mean? That's what...
So, when you say she mashes up food, she literally takes the remnants of a dinner, could be sort of some...
Anything.
And just smashes it all up into a...
Yeah.
And then what does she do with it?
Put it in the fridge, and she's got in the fridge, it's like January, February, March, she's got all these ice cream boxes that are just full of...
But she doesn't... She reheats it and eats it.
Oh, then she, puts it in a pan.
I thought she was just keeping it as a souvenir of each meal she'd had.
No, put it in a pan, warm it up.
Oh,
that's what it is, it's just...
A lot of vegetation, is it?
Yeah.
Why has it only happened once, or does she save it up once a year, just let it go?
I don't know. Well, she is mad, she's...
Yeah, she sounds potty.
She doesn't answer the phone anymore in case there's a burglar. Checking if she's in. It's like, well, answer it and then they'll know you are in and they won't come round.
Yeah.
Mental.
Well,
Mental.
They can't be sure then, can they?
What do you mean?
Well, if there's no, well, maybe it's someone just... They are in, but they're hiding, whereas if Auntie Nora goes, it's Auntie Nora. We can she'll be farting. We can sneak in when she does a loud one. Because we'll be aware of the telly, what's stopping it? It's got a valance round it, it's got caught on the cap.
So, have we got a recap on Rockbusters?
No, just has anyone got the right answers? Has anyone got the right answers?
Let me just check here. Here's one from someone who just says, he's given an answer, answer to number 1, I, number 2, don't, number 3, care.
Right, okay, is he close? Has anyone got 3 answers?
I can't find one with 3 answers.
So, again, you've done something wrong, Carl.
No, no.
This isn't radio, play a record.
There you go, someone's got it.
Give it to them.
Fine, okay, give us the clues again, we'll give the answers straight away. No fanning around.
Yeah,
right.
It's really pointless.
Number 1, all the police cars are on fire. BS.
Yeah, what was that?
I can think of something.
Go on.
Blazing Squad.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Right. The director of 28 Days Later is shouting about sleeping outside.
Yeah.
That's Dan Yell Bedingfield. Right?
Danielle Bedingfield.
Right, we'll never let him do this again.
I told you I washed my hands of it.
I know, but I just thought...
Why did you let him? Why'd you...
Because he was grumpy.
But this is what happens. Look what's happened. Danielle Bedingfield. That's what happened.
The director of so Danny Boy, so Dan, right? All that for Dan, but shouting about being Dan yell Bedingfield, right? What's the last one?
He wants to be a sailor. Why is that?
Yeah.
Beyonce.
What does that mean?
Beyonce. He wants to be on the sea.
Play record. You're never doing it again. You've just signed your death warrant.
What have we
You're
done?
never doing Rockbusters again. And if Monkey News is back, they would ban that as well.
We've
and we're
unleashed it.
serious this time.
So Joe in Catford. Stuff off to you.
Oh, I can't believe what we've done.
He's just doing the shout out.
You won. Well done on that.
What have we done, Rick? What have we done?
There's a little sailor fella. He wants to, join the Navy. Why? Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Knowles is his surname.
Yeah.
Midshipman Knowles. Now, Carl, we're going to do another edition, I think, of Wish You Were Here, because that really cheered you up, didn't it?
So on.
Where else you been? Where else you been? Have you been, you've been around Europe, haven't you? You've been to any hot country? You've been to Greece?
Greece.
Turkey?
Done Turkey, yeah.
Yeah.
Been to Turkey. Little fellas. Little midgets working in the canteen in the hotel I was in.
Okay.
Hassling Suzanne as well.
Okay. Have you been to Scotland?
Once for the Edinburgh Festival.
Go on.
That's where I looked out in my hotel room, saw a traffic warden putting a ticket on some bin bags.
Brilliant.
Because they'd gone into the road.
So that's Turkey, Scotland. What about places here? Have you been to the West Country where we?
Have you been to my neck of the woods, Bristol?
I've been. What else is around there?
Bath.
Been to Bath. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you make of it?
Once you've been, probably don't need to go again because it's sort of old and they don't change anything.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
That'll be
So
the
once you've
Roman
been-
spa
Yeah,
he's talking about,
right,
I think. What about Brighton?
Not gay people.
Right, okay, thank you. Next week on Wish You Were Here, we'll go to some other places where there are gay people.
Fascinating. And
Brilliant.
Another extraordinary insight there. Carl, could we have some monkey news?
Well, just before we do monkey news, right? Can I do a little psychological test on you?
On me?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's brilliant. This someone emailed it in.
Brilliant.
Right, little story with a question at the end.
Okay.
Right, right.
This is going to be so annoying.
No, it's not. Honestly, it's,
Well, it is, because you're going to think it's science and it's going to be trite.
all right. Well,
Go on.
right. Little story first. Right, there's this funeral, right, and this girl was at a funeral.
Same funeral?
Yeah,
Right.
it was a mother's funeral.
Oh, yeah.
Right. She met this fella who she didn't know, right? But she thought this fella who she met was amazing. She didn't know him, right? But she thought he was brilliant, right? Like a dream fella.
Right.
And she fell in love with him, right? But never asked for his number, his phone number,
Right.
right? And she couldn't find him. Now, a few days later, the girl killed her own sister, right?
Yes.
Question is, why did she do that?
Okay, well, it's one of those stupid things then, isn't it? So, it's not logic, it's what am I thinking?
No, it's not. So it's a proper, it's a
so it's
proper
real
mental
logic.
test. It's
It's
a
a-
proper mental test.
A mental test. It is a bit mental.
So you understand the story, yeah?
I kind of. Let me just get it right. So there's a funeral. A girl goes to the funeral of her mother.
Yeah.
She meets the guy, or she
meets the guy at the funeral.
She meets the bloke.
He looks alright. I fancy a bit of that.
Right.
Has a chat with him,
Yeah.
but doesn't get his name, doesn't get a phone number or anything.
So to cut a long story short, the things are asked, right? So the reason she kills her own sister, is this something to do with finding out something about the man she met?
Well, just answer the thing. Just why do
Oh,
she-
okay then. I'll answer it then. She went mental. He was a spy called Derek. What do you mean, just answer it?
Anyway, I'm testing Steve.
Right. Well, she killed her own sister because her sister had stolen some money from her and was sleeping with her husband.
Is that it?
Well, I don't know, Carl.
It's an answer. It's an answer.
I don't know.
What's the answer on the paper? So,
Well, come on. What is?
come on!
what's-
Well, the answer is
No, an answer is...
that she was hoping that the guy would appear at the funeral again. he'd go to the funeral.
Right, that's not a proper psychological test.
It is,
It's
it
one of
says
those
here-
stupid little shitty things.
It says
It's
here-
like a man goes into a field and dies. Why? His parachute didn't open. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm surprised
It's-
you learn anything.
Oh,
Honest to
I
God,
love
I'm
that.
surprised you
Romeo
learn
and
anything.
Juliet. Oh, Juliet's a fish.
It said she was hoping that the guy would appear again at a funeral. If you answered this correctly, you think like a psychopath. This was a test by a famous fella, right, who used it on killers, and most of the killers got the answer right.
Did you also think that?
but-
Was that the
but
answer
the-
that you
but-
gave when you
No,
first
I
read
didn't
it?
know. I didn't know. But I wondered what you would have got.
Good, so that's proof that I'm not a psychopath.
but that's the point. But it's a psychological test for looking at something very, very specific.
What's up with that?
Well, what was the best that could happen? That he'd got it right, so he is a psychopath.
What annoys me is you're not happy with that test, but before you wasted 3 minutes trying to balance a pear on my head. What were you getting out of that?
Let's play a song and have some monkeys.